عباده الذين اصطفى أما بعد فأعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم وأوحى ربك إلى النحل أن اتخذي من الجبال بيوتا ومن الشجر ومما يعرشون ثم كلي من كل الثمرات فاسلكي سبل ربك ذللا يخرج من بطونها شراب مختلف ألوانه فيه شفاء للناس إن في ذلك لآية لقوم يتفكرون والله خلقكم ثم يتوفاكم ومنكم من يرد إلى أرذل العمر لكي لا يعلم بعد علم شيئا إن الله عليم قدير صدق الله العظيم وبلغنا رسوله النبي الكريم ونحن على ذلك من الشاهدين والشاكرين والحمد لله رب العالمين. وأوحى ربك إلى النحل. Your Lord revealed or inspired to the honeybee. Nahl is honeybee, and after this animal, this little insect, a very special and unique creation of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, this surah has been named. So in this 68th verse of this surah, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is talking about the Nahl. Awha, wahi, is revelation from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. It is also used in the meaning of when someone talks and relates something very special to someone secretly without others knowing it. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has taught the honeybee how to do her job, how to do its job, and Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has told it very secretly. So scientists even today keep on trying to figure out and find out furthermore about this creation of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. How does it create and do its job and build its house? It is written in books that Aristotle once took a jar and put honeybees in it, trying to figure out how they build their house and how they do their job. But what they did was they first built a wall of clay around the glass wall, the walls of the jar, and then did their job. So even he was not able to truly figure out. Of course, with the advances of science and ultrasound and all those techniques, we are able to find out more and more about them, but still they are a very unique, very peculiar creation of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is saying that we revealed or we inspired to the honeybee, أَنِ اتَّخِذِي مِنَ الْجِبَالِ بُيُوتًا وَمِنَ الشَّجَرِ وَمِمَّا يَعْرِشُونَ. Make homes in the mountains, in the trees, and in the structures they raise, the human beings that they raise. So they keep it higher up, away from an easy reach of a human being, but still within reach. So it is protected, it is higher up in the air, but it is also within the reach of a human being. ثُمَّ كُلِي مِن كُلِّ الثَّمَرَاتِ. Now the building of the house, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has used the word buyut, which is the plural of bayt, which is used for the house of a human being. Other animals, their shelters, they are not called buyut. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is using the word bayt or buyut for the shelter of the honeybee. And ulama have written, and the scientists have also found out, that the house of a honeybee is very unique. It is governed, it is structured in a very different way compared to other animals. So you must know about it as well, that the house of a honeybee, it has several perfectly hexagonal structures within it, and not one or two, but many hundreds of these hexagonal cubes within it. And every bee knows exactly where to go, what part of the hive it has to be in. Then it is governed and managed in a very unique way as well, that there is a queen bee which is the head of the whole system, and she is the one that lays thousands of eggs in a matter of weeks, and she is protected. Then she has her own security guards, then there's security guards for the hive, then there's special other security for the eggs, then there's specific bees that have been given the job of collecting the material for the construction of this hive. Then there's another group of bees that is appointed on the construction, the actual architecture of the hive itself. And then there's others that those who are keeping an eye on other bees. If they are going out on their job, if they sit on, did I say something wrong? Okay, if they sit on some filth or some dirt, that bee that sits on some filth or some dirt, that bee is also, before it can enter the hive, killed by the security guards. So all of this is going on in the life of this little small bee, so small insect. ثُمَّ كُلِي مِن كُلِّ الثَّمَرَاتِ فَاسْلُكِي سُبُلَ رَبِّكِ ذُلُلًا. Then Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala told it to eat from all the fruits and go along the pathways of your Lord made easy for you. So a honey bee in its lifetime sits on many flowers, many fruits, and it sucks nectar from it, and it does it from even far off places, but it never loses the way back to its own hive. يَخْرُجُ مِن بُطُونِهَا شَرَابٌ. From their bellies comes out a drink of various شَرَابٌ مُخْتَلِفٌ أَلْوَانُهُ, of various colors. Again, as had been mentioned about cattle, there was a drinkable material which is called milk coming out from their bodies. Similarly, from the bodies of honey bee, although their sting is very poisonous and very harmful, between that poisonous material, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is also very close to that poisonous material. In their bellies, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala produces honey. It changes color based on the kind of flowers or the fruits it sucks its nectar from, or the kind of environment it lives in it. فِيهِ شِفَاءٌ لِلنَّاسِ, that contains health and cure for people. And honey, in several hadiths, its importance has been mentioned. The Prophet ﷺ has mentioned that whoever takes honey at least 3 times in 1 month before eating anything, no big calamity befalls upon them. Similarly, there is a hadith of the Prophet ﷺ, a narration that a Sahabi said that one of my relatives is sick. He came, the Prophet ﷺ told him to feed him a certain drink of honey. This person did it, but the person did not get better. He came back to the Prophet ﷺ. The Prophet ﷺ said, give that drink again. He did it again. He came back the 3rd day and said to the Prophet ﷺ that he has not improved. The Prophet ﷺ said that Allah has not said anything which is falsehood. The stomach of your brother is false, is wrong. And then asked him to give that drink again. The 3rd or 4th time when he gave it, finally the person recovered. So there is definitely shifa or cure in it. This is possible that we don't know how to use it properly. So whenever Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has mentioned, or the hadith of the Prophet ﷺ mentions that something has shifa in it or cure in it, does not mean that you just grind it up and give it up and then it has to give cure. Fake, quack, hakim, hukama and these kind of people, or pretty much everyone, they say, oh, it says in the Quran that honey has health, honey has cure, now I start giving honey to everybody. It does not work this way. You have to have the knowledge of how it gets the cure to a person. Anyway, إِنَّ فِي ذَلِكَ لَآيَةً لِقَوْمٍ يَتَفَكَّرُونَ. Surely in this there is a sign for the people who ponder. There Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is giving different examples how harmful things and beneficial things are very close to each other, and how Allah protects them from each other, and how Allah produces them for the benefit of you. How could you ever think that a statue or an idol that cannot even move and protect itself from the harms of even tiny little insect that's coming to them, they cannot protect it, they cannot protect themselves, how can you ever think that they can be doing such intricate jobs? Wallahu khalaqakum thumma yatawaffakum. Allah has created you and He takes you back. وَمِنْكُمْ مَنْ يُرَدُّ إِلَىٰ أَرْذَلِ الْعُمُرِ. And among you there is one who is carried to the worst part of the age, which is such an old age that people start forgetting things, their capacities decline, and their mental capacities also decline. لِكَيْ لَا يَعْلَمَ بَعْدَ عِلْمٍ شَيْئًا, that he knows nothing after having knowledge. So herein there is also an understanding that all sort of knowledge that one might have at any point in their life, it is a gift from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Allah can take it back, and nobody should be proud of that this is my earning, this is my doing, I am a very knowledgeable person. Allah has gifted you with it, Allah can take it back. Inna Allah alimun qadir. Surely Allah is all knowing and all powerful. The Prophet ﷺ has sought refuge from such an age. Ardhalil umur, the Prophet ﷺ has sought refuge from it. That Ya Allah, protect me from such a bad time that I live to that age where I become a person who's incapacitated. So may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala protect all of us, and may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala give us healthy, long lives. Ameen ya Rabbal Alameen, full of virtue and full of blessing. Ameen ya Rabbal Alameen. ربنا تقبل منا إنك أنت السميع العليم وتب علينا إنك أنت التواب الرحيم. لا إله إلا الله الحليم الكريم سبحان الله رب العرش العظيم والحمد لله رب العالمين. نسألك موجبات رحمتك وعزائم مغفرتك والغنيمة من كل بر والسلامة من كل إثم. لا تدع لنا ذنبا إلا غفرته ولا هما إلا فرجته ولا حاجة هي لك رضا إلا قضيتها يا أرحم الراحمين يا رب العالمين. صلى الله تعالى على خير خلقه سيدنا مولانا محمد وعلى آله وصحبه أجمعين. آمين برحمتك يا أرحم الراحمين.